Does the universe have a boundary? If it truly does, then what lies beyond that boundary? These are the questions that have driven human curiosity for centuries. According to modern observations and models of astronomers, the part of the universe we can see today spans about 93 billion light-years in diameter. This colossal number is not a random guess, but is determined based on the analysis of the cosmic microwave background, which is the remnant of the Big Bang combined with mathematical models describing the expansion of space over time. Because the universe is constantly expanding, and the speed of that expansion is even increasing, every galaxy is gradually moving away from our Earth. Light from the most distant galaxies we observe actually left them when the universe was just born, and it took more than 13.8 billion years to reach the eyes of observers today. In other words, the boundary of the observable universe is a portrait of the universe in its infancy, preserved by light and sent to us after a journey lasting nearly as long as the age of the universe itself. Does the universe truly possess an endpoint? Suppose if in a million years humanity is capable of setting foot on the boundary of the universe, what kind of scene would we witness? Amidst the vast space that seems to have no borders, Earth is just a speck of dust floating in an infinite ocean. However, it is on this tiny speck of dust that intelligent beings rose, capable of looking up at the sky and step by step deciphering the deep mysteries of the cosmos. In humanity's journey to find the boundary of the universe, a name has left a deep mark in the history of science, and that is the distinguished astronomer Edwin Hubble. He was not only the first to prove that outside the Milky Way there exist countless other galaxies, but also discovered the redshift phenomenon in the spectra of galaxies. From those observations, Hubble proposed a law bearing his name, called Hubble's Law, opening up convincing evidence that the universe is expanding. This discovery became a solid foundation for the formation and development of the Big Bang Theory, which is one of the cornerstones of modern cosmology. On April 24, 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope, named after the renowned astronomer Edwin Hubble, was successfully launched into orbit. Since then, it has become humanity's keen eye in the universe, continuously sending back valuable images and data from distant regions of space, helping us go deeper into exploring and explaining cosmic mysteries. But the big question remains: does the universe exist with a boundary or not? If so, what would it be like outside that boundary? And assuming that one day in the future humans can touch that final point, what kind of scenery would we witness? In the journey to find the answer to the question about the cosmic boundary, perhaps our hope can only be placed in the distant future, about 1 million years from now. At that time, the descendants of humanity are predicted to reach Type 3 on the Kardashev scale of civilization. At this level, they can comprehend and master the ultimate secrets regarding the ability to travel seamlessly between universes. The key technology for that great leap is called wormhole technology, a field that only a Type 3 civilization can completely control, opening the door to take humanity to horizons never known before. When that moment comes, humanity will no longer be bound by the limit of the speed of light. By mastering wormhole technology, we can cross distances of up to hundreds of millions of light years in the blink of an eye, touching the furthest boundary of the observable universe. That would be a miracle, combining both time and space, and at the same time a bold experiment, opening the door into completely unknown realms. Scientists predict that on the other side of the wormhole, there may be things never known before, such as alien galaxies, completely different life forms, or even new physical laws that humans have never perceived. Outside the boundary of the observable universe, it is very likely that there still exists a vaster and more infinite space we're the part of the universe with a diameter of 93 billion light-years. That we see today is just a tiny fragment in the giant picture of the cosmos. Beyond the observable range, space is still filled with countless galaxies, stars, nebulous black holes, and myriad other celestial bodies, creating a universe with a familiar appearance to us. In that world, no matter where humans travel, the cosmic scenery still appears with similar characteristics. Galaxies form and evolve, stars are born, and then fade away, black holes devour matter, and then erupt energy. All these fundamental processes take place simultaneously everywhere, obeying consistent laws and structures in a strangely uniform way across the nearly infinite vastness of space. Besides that, scientists have put forward a bold hypothesis. At the far edge of the universe, there may exist a giant cosmic wall. This mysterious structure is thought to be the final limit of spatial expansion and also marks the boundary of our perception of the universe. If one day humans can pass through that wall, a completely new world will open up before our eyes, a place that scientists call by an enchanting name the multiverse. It turns out that outside the boundary of the universe we observe, there may exist countless other independent universes. Each universe is like a brilliant pearl glittering in the infinite void. Those pearls may follow completely different physical laws, operating with their own time speeds, and existing in forms that human imagination today cannot yet visualize. In such a multiverse, each universe could be a complete world operating on its own laws. Just like our universe, they can also contain galaxies, stars, planets, and even life. Somewhere in another universe, there may exist worlds with extremely similar forms, even completely matching the universe we live in. Maybe somewhere in those parallel universes there exists a human exactly like you, living a life nearly identical, facing similar choices, struggles, and thoughts. However, all of this still stops at the level of hypothesis. For humanity, every time we look deep into the vast infinite space, it is not only a test for the intellect, but also a moment touching the deepest levels of emotion. Humanity's journey of space exploration is not just a search for the unknown, but also a journey to find the deep meaning of existence, carrying the fire of curiosity before unsolved mysteries and reverence for the magnificence of the universe. We will continue to walk, extending the endless journey of knowledge and aspiration. No matter what lies outside the boundary of the universe, we will steadfastly move forward, because belief drives humanity that a day will come, no matter how far away, when humans will unveil the veil of secrecy and fully reveal the unknowns of the universe. I am Galaxy Vision. Follow to support me to continue making new content.